Hello, everybody, and welcome back to NJ Hooper Crew All Abilities Live here. Jonathan Edmond alongside Jack Bartek, and we have the coverage here for you for the fourth game of the day where Red Bank Catholic is set to take on St. Peter's Prep. Jack, it's been an amazing day so far already with all these games, and it looks like it's about to get even better.
Yeah, no doubt, and plenty more talent to come, but this should be a good one. Two teams that have really carved out a name for themselves, especially over the past decade. Of course, St. Peter's a team that needs no introduction with what they've done over the last decade or so. And Red Bank Catholic under Coach Tyler Schmelz has really found a nice niche down there in southern New Jersey.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, started off the season on a 9-game win streak, lost that one game, and then have continued their another 9-game win streak. It's been amazing to see 18-1 on the season, and it looks like they're not going to slow down.
Yeah, but they're going to have a tough one today. St. Peter's is, one of the best schools in New Jersey this season, and they might not pop off the page. They don't have 5-star recruits, but they are tough, and whatever they don't have in recognition, they make up for in that grit.
Yeah, and over there, Red Bank Catholic 13-8 on the season, 2-game losing streak. How do they come back and fight back after this one?
Well, it's all about coaching, right? And I spoke to Coach Schmelz earlier this week, and he said, listen, we know we're up against it, and we're not afraid of the challenge. He said he likes his group. They're a tough group of kids, and they're going to come out and compete. They're not going to be scared of the moment. It's not going to be too big for them, and I'm excited to see how they match up with the Marauders.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see that as well. I can't wait to see it as we have the starters. The starting lineup for Red Bank Catholic is number 0, Colin Kavanaugh, number 35, Ryan Pryor, number 2, Sean Saxton, number 10, Ryan Saxton, and number 3, Brian Vecco.
You could already see the physicality for St. Peter's. They will get into you defensively, willing to pick up 90 feet from the basket. That's their mindset and their mentality, and they're going to go for all 32 minutes.
Yeah, definitely going to do that all 32 minutes, but on the other side, for St. Peter's Prep, the starters we have is number 1, Nico Pena, number 2, Richie Rosa, number 3, Peyton Miller, number 11, Mason Santiago, and number 30, Jordan Taylor. To start things off, already missing on the other end right now, St. Peter's Prep looking to put the ball down on the floor, inside, getting physical, but Jordan Taylor is stopped. Takes the deep one, doesn't get it to fall, rebounded by Sean Saxton, they're coming down.
Yeah, Pena was off the mark there, but he's had a spectacular year for them, has really stepped up in a leadership role. Expect him to have a big one today.
Definitely looking to have that one as he's met right there, trapped by Pena. Ball moving around, Kavanaugh looking to slow things down. Rosa. Bounce pass over to Saxton. Saxton being guarded by Peyton Miller, playing physically, and it's a foul call.
Now, this is going to be interesting to see as the game goes on, and it's something that could play in the Red Bank Catholic's favor, is how this game is officiated. If they're not going to allow that hand checking at a certain level, then St. Peter's is going to have to take their foot off the gas pedal a little bit defensively, which I think will allow the Caseys a little more breathing room offensively.
Well, that's going to be shocking if they don't, as a steal comes up with it right there, and St. Peter's Prep finishes on the other end. Great take right there by Nico Pena.
Yeah, it's Pena. Great anticipation. Defensively leads to an easy 2. They're going to make your life real difficult as a guard.
Takes the deep 3, doesn't get it to fall. Rebound, they're going the other way. Fast pace from both squads already. Santiago looks to give it up to Rosa. Rosa is averaging 10 points a game, can score the ball at will. Nearly stolen right there from Jordan Taylor. Miller being guarded by Ryan Saxton, puts him on the floor. In and out dribble, pulls back, met with the double team. Pena gives it up. Rosa takes the 2-pointer and drills it.
Man, Richie Rosa, he's a baller. He's had a couple big shots this season, and I think Coach Schmelz wants to talk about it here. He had that one big game winner against Hudson Catholic that went viral. I know caught Brees Hall's attention on Twitter. He can get buckets in big quantities, and you see why right there.
Yeah, and I mean, Coach says that he just changes the game every time he gets into the game. He had 5 3-pointers at Ramsey on January 21st. I mean, he can light it up in an instant.
Yeah, no doubt. And that's the thing about this offense. They have so many deadly guards. It's like you take one out, and they still have 3 or 4 more that can really hurt you. So it's a challenge both offensively and defensively because of the guard play that St. Peter's possesses. One of the matchups I'm keying in on today is the big man Tyler Burnham for Red Bank Catholic. When he gets out there, he'll create issues on both sides. He's in the game now, number 55 in white. Left tackle, committed to Delaware. Big boy, and he can thrive down low in the post, but he's also got to pick up one of those smaller guards for St. Peter's defensively.
Yeah, I definitely, honestly, would not want to go up against him. He looks like he can wreak havoc down low. But I think I'd be able to survive.
Well, John, you've been in the weight room.
I actually have been in the weight room. This year I've been consistent. That's my New Year's resolution. I'm going to be big body by July. Burnham down low with ease, already backing his way down, gets up on the scoreboard.
Yeah, that's it right there. And, I mean, they have Jordan Taylor on him, 6'5", but it's really tough to guard 6'5", 300-pound left tackle going to play Division I football.
Miller gives it up to Santiago, takes the 3, doesn't get it to fall. Rebound by Kavanaugh. Pushing the pace. Gets the ball over in the corner, right back down low to Burnham. Burnham picks it up.
Oh, nice cut.
Taking it inside, floats it up, doesn't get it to fall. Jordan Taylor with the rebound.
He got to finish that one, but a good cut. That's the looks that you want off Burnham.
Missed right there is Pryor.
Shot's not falling for St. Peter's early on. That'll be a big help for the Casey's, and especially if they're knocking them down on the other end.
Yeah, definitely. Right there, knocking it down. Brings the score 5-4 on the night so far. St. Peter's Prep looking to have an answer. Giving the ball up, Pena was calling for it. Disappointed that he didn't get it. Is right there, Rosa behind the back. Brings Pryor on the line and all by himself. Now down low, Santiago. Bullying his way inside, loses the ball a little too strong.
That's good hands right there. I believe it was Kavanaugh, the senior. He's going to play at Wilkes University at the next level. And you saw that's an experienced play right there. Kind of pulled the chair and poked it out from behind, knowing he had the big Burnham at the next level to help out.
Pena stops over the Jordan Taylor. Rosa, oh my goodness, what a fake from Rosa. Puts it up and is fouled. He's going to go to the line.
And you've seen the difference in this game since Burnham came in, right?
Yeah.
And talking to Coach Schmelz, he said he is just a real issue matchup-wise, especially a team like St. Peter's. They are guard predicated. They're going to have to figure out how they're going to handle the big man down there. The problem is if you double team, which you're almost going to be forced to do, you leave some shooters out top to try and burn you.
Yeah, definitely, and they got to try to go away from him because he's already looking very effective to start this game as Rosa drills both free throws.
Now the counterpoint is St. Peter's Prep is a very well-coached team, and you have to imagine they're going to try and attack Burnham in the pick and roll.
Oh, the bounce pass from Pryor. Now trying to take it inside. Burnham kicks it out. Pryor at the top of the key being double teamed. Ball gets out. Down low right back to Burnham. Right back outside for the corner pop, the bottom.
That's it. That's the formula, right? They're going to have to double Burnham. Taylor, for his size, is still going to have trouble with the big left tackle down there. He's going to need help, and you just have to hope that your shooters are knocking down shots today.
Rosa's on the outside on an island by himself, calling for the screens. Going to use it from Santiago. Jordan's as well. Takes the floater. Doesn't get it to fall. Trying to go for the rebound. Won't go. Luke coming down with it. Gives it up to Pryor. Burnham at the top of the key. Picks up the dribble. Sabino. Sabino was fouled by Pena, and Pena was not happy about that foul call.
And how about the senior Iasparo for the Casey's? Comes in off the bench, hits a big three ball on one end, and then comes back defensively, gets a tough rebound in traffic. I mean, those are the type of winning plays from a 5'9" kid, far from the tallest guy on the court, but he's making those plays.
Reminds me of Pritchard from the Boston Celtics. Taking it inside. Acrobatic finish, doesn't get it to fall. Taking it the other way. is Miller. Miller head down, over to the corner. Santiago thought about it, stopped, popped, won't fall. Rebound by Pena, puts it up over Burnham.
Nico Pena, they list him at 6'1". Again, similar story. Not the tallest guy out there. He plays much bigger than he is, though. And, I mean, that is just a dog rebound right there. There's no reason he should have had that rebound, only because of his mindset getting down there to make a play.
Yeah, Burnham, wow, not phased, even though he heard the footsteps from behind, laid it up with ease. A 3-point lead.
Yeah, I have a feeling we're going to be calling his name a lot tonight, John.
Yeah, definitely. The ball's just going to him. He's doing it. He's doing it in a big way right now for Red Bank Catholic. As Miller stops and pops the three, doesn't get it to fall. Rebound by Pryor.
A little bit of a lid on the rim right now for St. Peter's. Have to imagine they're going to turn that around and play to the back of the baseball card at some point. But this is a chance for Red Bank Catholic to put it on a little bit here and play with a lead.
They have the lead in their possession right now. Just keep feeding it down low to the big man is exactly what they're doing. Burnham with the soft touch but doesn't get it to fall in. The rebound by Santiago. They're coming down, taking it inside, strong off the glass.
Wow. That's a tough finish right there from Santiago. Great defense by Burnham going straight up, but for Santiago to absorb the contact and finish it, that's a high-level finish.
Averaging 9 points and a little over 4 rebounds on the season is Santiago. Miller tried to go for the crossover, nearly lost the ball. Santiago has a hold of it. Now Rosa over to Pena. Pena's going to look to pull back and reset, uses the screen. Thought about it, taking it inside to the corner. Kaboom!
The delayed kaboom right there.
That one, I was getting prepared for it. I seen it was coming, but it was rolling around the rim. He owes me $1 for that one.
That thing was halfway down. It looked like it wanted to pop out.
Oh, man. Right now at the top of the key is Sparrow. Over to Sabino, right back to Sparrow. Being guarded by Miller. Using the screen right over to Pryor. The defensive intensity has picked up, missed everything. And Burnham tried to save it.
Yeah, Pryor got a little bit excited there. I don't think he knew how much time he had left exactly. He had looked up when it was at about 5-6 seconds. The ball gets loose, and you know when you're on the floor there, everything starts to speed up. And good on him trying to get the shot off, but you would have liked him to settle, take a breath, and get a better shot. But all in all, I think if you're Coach Schmelz and the Caseys, you would have signed up for a 2-point deficit after one in a heartbeat against the St. Peter's team. Again, shots not falling for Prep in that first quarter. You'd think they're going to turn that around, but Burnham could be the difference maker.
Definitely could be the difference maker, and it's like no one really has an answer for him on the offensive end, but sometimes he can also be a liability on the defensive end as well.
Yeah, and that's what I was kind of referring to before, right? You have a great head coach in Alex Mirabel on the other side. He's going to go to the drawing board, and there are ways that you can hunt out Burnham in the pick and roll and limit his effectiveness on the defensive side enough that, you know, you have to take him off the floor for possessions. So we'll see how Coach Mirabel decides to attack that, but Burnham's going to be the guy for Red Bank Catholic in this game. And, you know, it's impressive to me because he's a football guy, and sometimes you get football guys, they come out here, they're bruisers, they're a bull in a china shop. He is so far from that. He's got great hands, great feet, moves around the key with agility, and has a soft touch going up.
The soft touch, just like Jokic, it goes in like butter. It's
you see
ridiculous.
that right hook? I mean, he looked like Kareem the way he was laying that up there.
And the soft touch with it. And I mean, Coach Schmelz did say that offensively you have a big guy who can score, so you got to respect them. Teams usually play 5 out, and they play more 4 out. And that's what they got to do right there. St. Peter's Prep scores.
Yeah, you got to block out inside. You cannot allow them to have a running start to the basket. There's too many good athletes on the St. Peter's team. They will burn you.
Kavanaugh looking to take it inside, picks it up over to Sabino. Sabino curls his way inside. Reverse layup is good.
Very pretty move. Good patience, good understanding of where the help defense is coming from. That's tough.
Rosa Puts the ball down, looking to take it inside. Hands it off to Miller, who walks into the three-pointer. Doesn't get it to fall, but Pena, my goodness, the strength down low to put it up and in.
I told you, John, he's that dude, right? He's going to go in there, and he is going to make you earn everything. Just a junkyard dog type as Red Bank Catholic throws it away here. I mean, that's the type of guy you want on your team if you're trying to win basketball games.
Yeah, definitely. He does all the little dirty work that a lot of people don't want to do. No one actually really wants to go in and grab an offensive rebound and lay it up. Everybody wants their buckets to come pretty. You want the three-pointer, you want the crossover, but he's doing such a great job right now at continuing to do the dirty work as Rosa takes it strong inside with ease. You can't stop him.
Yeah, that's a sophomore right there. That's a 6-foot sophomore, and he just made a grown man move.
Incredible to see how the game is just evolving down here with these teams in New Jersey. Fighting through it, Sabino taking it inside, is forced to pick up the dribble. Pryor driving inside, right back to Sabino. Sabino might have been fouled on that one, but no call. Taking it inside all the way, is blocked by the rim.
Good defense in transition by Pryor.
Santiago blocked by the rim right there on the other end. Nearly walked. Right now for Red Bank Catholic, you can see the game is starting to speed up for both squads. Falling away, fires, won't fall. Rebound by Rosa.
Oh, the shot clock almost went down. It's not even in use right now with the NJSIAA rules being played as Burnham checks back in for Red Bank Catholic. Here's the thing. St. Peter's right now shooting right near 50%.
Yeah.
Only 1 of 6 from 3.
Yeah.
They're going to have to attack the basket. And I wonder if Coach Schmelz considers at any point going to a zone anchored by Burnham and trying to take that away at the bucket and force them to make some shots. And if they do, you adjust from there. But they're getting beat at the rim right now.
Yeah, definitely, and that's something he's going to have to look to adjust either right now or heading into halftime where there's 5:35 remaining here in the second quarter as Rosa, full burst of speed, kicks it out to Pena in the corner. Right back to Rosa. Won't get it to fall. Rebound by Espero. Sabino's coming down, hands it off to Saxton. And now he's going to look to reset. He's waving it off. Gets it to the corner, down low to Burnham. Burnham kicks it to the corner. A turnover. Ball's going the other way.
I would have liked to have seen Burnham kind of just drop step, go up with that one on a reverse, but it's tough. Sometimes, you know, you get in that situation down there and you're trying to earn a bunch back at once you saw the three-point shooter.
But especially with that double team as well, to try to turn into it, usually want to turn away from it, and he did exactly that and found a wide-open player, just couldn't catch the ball.
The Caseys are hunting, though. They want that one-on-one matchup in the low block, and they use the pick and roll to get there.
Looking to take it inside. Eric Porsche, who checks into the game for St. Peter's Prep. Using the screen from Jordan Taylor, the pull-up pop, won't get it to fall. Porsche with the offensive rebound, off the glass, and one.
You have to get a body on those guards. They are coming flying in every single shot that goes up. You have to find your man and box out. And again, something that maybe the zone will help you get some bodies in there, and it might give you a boost on the glass. But if they don't start boxing out, St. Peter's Prep is going to have 50 second chance points in this one.
Yeah, and we say all the time, this is not something that teams usually want to do. Nobody honestly wants to go and grab the offensive rebounds unless you're a big man, but the guards are doing it at a high level right now. Burnham forced to pick up the dribble, takes the three and drills it. My goodness, what a shot right there from Colin Kavanaugh.
They play smart basketball, and they work really well around the big man, Burnham. It's a fun system to watch.
We definitely do, as it's just smooth. And Pena, the spin move, teardrop. Somebody stop this man.
Hey, that's great defense too, right? Like, you can't ask for much more out of a guard defending Pena there. But perfect offense will almost always beat great defense, and that's just the case of that right there.
Yeah, and you see these guards on St. Peter's Prep, and you would imagine guards would be lanky, not really all that strong, but they're huge. Like, they're huge. They look like they've been in the gym 24/7. It's easy for them to just bully their way inside and float it up and in, just like he just did right there on the other end.
Yeah, and I was talking to Coach Mirabel earlier this week, and, of course, St. Peter's Prep down in Jersey City. They embody that city. And if you know, like, New Jersey basketball, they're the quintessential New Jersey basketball team, as you see the offensive rebound, the putback with the N1. And talking to Coach Mirabel earlier this week, he said, we want to make it a dogfight. The mindset of myself always translated with this group. And he said, we're going to wear you down defensively and make it so that when you come back on the offensive end, you are mentally tired.
Yeah.
He said he related to a Danny Hurley quote where he said, if you want to take a game from us, you're going to have to rip it from our cold body. Like, you are going to have to knock us out and keep pounding because we're going to keep getting back up.
Yeah, Lily had it right here. I was going to say the same thing that you said. And he said it's always about us versus us. We can't beat ourselves. And you could definitely see that right now. They're definitely putting the pedal to the metal, 22-15. 4:02 remaining in the second quarter. If you're just joining us, Jonathan Edmond alongside Jack Bartek, NJ Hooper Crew, All Abilities Live. Kavanaugh gives the pretty bounce pass, and Burnham gets control of it, but he's fouled going inside the basket.
That's such good basketball. You could pick out a well-coached team from a mile and a half away. And this is a group of kids that has really bought in to what Tyler Schmelz has been teaching them. 8 years here, he's really implemented his system. As you see the beautiful touch from Burnham here at the line. But, I mean, like, that backdoor pass, right? Instead of forcing up the layup, you dish it off to the big man. The patience to throw a pump fake, draw the contact, and go up. That's like if you were watching on a coaching DVD, what they would ask of their players.
Yeah, a lot of players in that situation would have tried to force something up, and neither would have been a turnover, a block, or lost the ball some way, shape, or form. But Burnham, just the experience that he's had so far on the year and the years that he's played, has shown off as Pryor takes a deep one and drills it.
Pryor's range seems to be the second he steps in the gym, he's willing to pull it. So St. Peter's going to have to go to school on that one and get a hand once he gets across half court.
And Pryor, correct me if I'm wrong, isn't he committed to Virginia for pitching?
Yeah. Yeah, so he's going to go pitch at Virginia. Quite the baseball prospect. And so a couple guys on this team, dual sport athletes, that are making an impact. I've always loved the dual sport athlete.
Yeah.
It transfers over from sport to sport. You just saw Micah Ford in the last game for Toms River North.
Oh, my goodness. Michael Ford was just amazing in the last game right there. Loses the ball as Miller's coming down. Hang time. Doesn't get it to fall. The ball goes out of bounds. But, yeah, I was just saying, we were having that conversation, Capone and I, to where the dual sport athletes, it just really shows their dedication to honestly just sports and just wanting to win, wanting to stay healthy, wanting to get their body right and intact. Because if you're already committed to something, why would you even want to play basketball? Why would you want to play football? Why would you want to partake in these extracurricular activities? But they do it, and they do it with all their heart.
Yeah, and the skills are transferable, right? That should have been a walk.
Yeah. They said he tripped, and it is a walk. Rosa.
And there you go. Somewhere Rasheed Wallace is smiling.
Yeah. I mean, not smiling as much as we are right here because we know that right there that call was just going to be called.
But back to that point, Burnham, a left tackle, right? When he is setting a pass block rep, that footwork that he needs, he can use that on the low block. And this is just a different way to work on that.
Oh, beautiful bounce pass. Burnham over to Pryor, takes the three, won't fall, rebound for Rosa. He skies for that one. Moving so quickly. And they're going to look to slow things down here. Uses the screen, takes it inside to the corner. Thought about it. Santiago pulls it. Doesn't get it to fall. As Jordan Taylor was trying to sky for the rebound. Porsche comes up with it. Miller takes the three. Doesn't get it to fall. Rebound by Santiago. Ball tipped out from Ryan Pryor. Pryor puts the ball down on the floor, driving to the rim, rips it away. The strength from Pryor calls back for it, gets it down low to Burnham. Burnham loses the ball off the foot, body's hitting the floor. Porsche hands it off to Rosa. Rosa gathers, puts it up, strong finish.
Yeah, one thing I'm coming to realize here down the stretch of the first half, they are not going to call anything.
Yeah.
Like, this is street rules, no blood, no foul. And, you know, in a way you like that, but then also you hope it doesn't impact the game too much.
Yeah.
They've been consistent.
Taking it all the way again, loses the ball. The physicalness from both teams is really starting to get on display here with 59 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Kafon and I were talking about this earlier, how we always say all the time how basketball needs New Jersey, all of that. But no, after seeing this is my first time here at the Metro Classic, and it's not basketball needs New Jersey. Basketball is New Jersey.
Yeah. I mean, this is the highest level of high school basketball that you're going to see at this event, right? You're going to see Montverde later on. Lehigh was here yesterday, Link Academy, La Lumiere, some of the best in the nation coming here, and they're doing it for good reason.
Rosa just sinks the three-pointer as time is starting to dwindle down. 30 seconds remaining here in the first half. 28-19.
Red Bank Catholic's been scoreless for almost 3 minutes. They need a basket in the worst way.
Yeah, they need to get one here quick. But the defensive intensity right now has picked up for St. Peter's Prep.
That's a great pass.
Great pass, great bucket by Tyler Burnham.
I don't know if they know the situation. He's got 5 seconds.
Yeah, I don't think so, but he's going to drive to the basket anyways, and the ball's going to be taken out. And right now, he just got saved because this is the point where you could communicate that to him.
I still don't know if he actually knew the situation, and if he did, it's impressive because he looked so smooth. Like he was not sped up at all by the fact that he was down to 5 seconds.
Well, sometimes you got to fake him as Rosa lost the ball. It was tipped out. Great job from Pryor.
I mean, again, how is that not a reach-in foul? But that's how they've been calling it, and you've got to respect the consistency out of this crew. Certainly plays into St. Peter's favor.
And here we go, 1.8 remaining. Pena tosses it. Oh. That would have been good if it's gone, but 28-21, St. Peter's Prep is all over this one, being led by Rosa with 9 points, Pena right behind him with 8 points. It's just been an all-out classic from those two.
Yeah, you can't be mad at all if you're Red Bank Catholic going to the locker room here, trailing by 7, and you did not play your strongest second quarter. And I commend them. They've answered the bell on a toughness level. I said if those fouls weren't being called out on the perimeter, I thought they might be in trouble. The calls have not been coming, and they're still in it. And we'll see if in the second half St. Peter's Prep can start to shoot the ball a little bit better on the perimeter. If they do, it's going to get ugly, but I'm sure Coach Schmelz will dial up some adjustments defensively.
And for Red Bank Catholic, what do you have to do to try to come back into this one? Who do you have to play through to get back into this one?
It's got to go through Burnham. I thought they did a good job in that first half. You know, they're going to him, hunting those matchups and working off of him, which is key. I think defensively, at least in the second half, I would consider going to a zone, plant Burnham in the middle, discourage St. Peter's from getting to the bucket because they still shot 1 of 8 from 3 in that half. They weren't terribly efficient in the mid-range. Force them to beat you from the perimeter, and if they do, hats off, but you can't get beat at the rim.
Yeah, definitely can't get beat at the rim, but don't go anywhere. Next up, we're going to toss it over to our halftime show with Luke and Vincent. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on Unjay Hoop Recruit, powered by All Abilities Live.
Welcome to the halftime show of game number 4 on the day. Roselle Catholic trails St. Peter's Prep 28-21. It's been a great game so far.
Absolutely. I mean, of the 2 games that we've seen, of the 3 games now that we've seen so far, this has been the best half, I would say. Not just first half, but half alone. This has been an exciting one so far.
Who's been leading the charge so far for Red Bank Catholic? Tell me.
Well, Red Bank Catholic has been led by the 7-point performance of Tyler Burnham. And honestly, he hasn't been in that long. They sat him for a little bit. Obviously, the big guy needs some rest, but keep putting him in there. I think that's the mix match that they keep on needing.
For St. Peter's Prep, Mason Santiago, 9 points. Coach Maribel had a very important motto for today, or for the whole season, matter of fact. stay focused, stay humble, stay hungry. I love it. I love that energy. The players play for him.
You gotta love it, and you can see the players are playing with that hungry mentality right now. That's what you want to see, and that's kind of basketball that we love to see here at the Metro Classic.
St. Peter's Prep looks to move on to 18 wins. We have a whole half of basketball. Momentarily, we're going to send you back to our buddies in the booth, John Edmond and Jack Bartek.
Back here at NJ Hoop Recruit, sponsored, powered by All Abilities Live. Jonathan Edmond alongside Jack Bartek. Jack, such a wonderful first half from St. Peter's Prep and Red Bank Catholic, and it looks like it's only going to keep on getting better.
Yeah, no doubt, and you got to give credit to Red Bank Catholic. This is the number 5 team in the state of New Jersey. They've had some great wins on their docket this year. Beat a Hudson Catholic team with a McDonald's All-American into Todd Pettiford. And they're hanging tough. I'm interested to see how they adjust defensively. They got a little bit beat up at the rim and on the offensive glass. So we'll see how they come out here in the second half. And you see Burnham in the starting lineup here to start the third, which is no surprise to me.
Yeah, he's definitely been effective in this game. Gives them the bounce pass, loses the ball. Great hands right there from Pena. Taylor falls on the floor. Pena bounce pass to Miller. Miller, the acrobatic finish, and one.
That's crazy athleticism. I mean, he just hung in the air like he was wearing moon shoes or something. And when you hang for that long, you're enticing somebody to come up and try and block it. He went with a nice adjustment, drew the contact, and finished.
Exactly what he needed right there, looking to extend it to a 10-point lead, but misses the free throw rebound by Burnham. Right now, Kavanaugh handling the ball, goes away from the screen. Hands it off to Sabino. It's a battle on the floor. Pena comes up with it. The bounce pass to Miller, taking it all the way with the left. Doesn't get it to fall, but Rosa tries to tip it back up and in. Gets fouled.
Good hustle back by Kavanaugh to force the miss. Would have been easy to just chalk that one up to 2 and get back on offense. Instead, make them earn it at the line where St. Peter's has not had their best day. They haven't been very effective shooting the basketball today. And, I mean, you're playing in a bigger gym in Franklin. They play in a very small gym over at St. Peter's. And it's kind of like the Final Four effect when they go and play in football stadiums, as that free throw is good. Obviously a bigger scale. And they have the wall back here behind the basket. But when you have that glass basket, it can totally throw off your depth perception shooting the ball.
Yeah, and that's a huge difference going from – having all the space in the world to having no space behind the backboard. That's probably why I miss a lot. See, I'm not trash. It's just a different perception. As Pryor takes the 3, drills it, wet like water.
It doesn't matter where he's playing. That shot is good anywhere.
Anywhere, as he continues to try to chip at this lead for Red Bank Catholic, and want to send out my salutations to Daddy Bartek, who's watching this game right now. And Kayla, I told you, couldn't get away from me. I'm always come back. We're right back here with them. Salutations to those two. Love them so much. Right now, Pena at the top. Yeah, I know that. Pena over to Rosa. Rosa being guarded by Pryor. The pop. Santiago with ease gets that one to roll in.
His potential is huge. Only a sophomore, 6'3". He's got a really nice body that looks like it can translate to the next level. Still probably some growth in him. I could definitely see him being a Power 5 type recruit.
Definitely has the potential with what he's showing here on the night. Is Burnham setting the screen. Kavanaugh goes through it. Looking to reset. Sabino taking it strong inside to the corner. The ball just bobbing up on the rim. Doesn't get it to fall. Taking it all the way. Oh, gets blocked by the rim.
Ooh.
I think that just deserves a moment of silence.
That got scary. He was lining that one up from the 3-point line when he caught the ball. And a tough turnover for Red Bank Catholic on the tail end of it. My goodness. The confidence to go up and do that is crazy.
What are they feeding these kids these days? Because it's incredible. The way that they could just take off their build, it's incredible. Maynard putting the ball down, taking it inside. Hits it off the glass for 2.
Yeah, Maynard's an undersized forward for him, but what he lacks in size at the forward position, he makes up in a good handle.
Yeah, very athletic, and you've seen that right there is Burnham inside. Footwork, beautiful, and 1.
I've been really impressed with Burnham. I said it in the first half. When you get football guys, especially linemen, it's almost like a joke. You know, you get a football guy in basketball, there's the stereotype. They're just going to bruise around and whatever. He has such great touch on the block. It's really impressive, and I guess that is something that helps you go Division I at the tackle position instead of just fizzling out after high school. He's been great tonight.
Yeah, it's been a sight to see as Rosa takes the 3, doesn't get it to fall. Rebound by Maynard. You see exactly what you said, what he lacks in size. He definitely makes up for it, skying for that rebound, and whoa.
I don't know how that's not a foul. They are not calling anything, though. That has become painfully obvious. And after that last St. Peter's possession, that's the 8th offensive rebound of the night so far for them. Red Bank Catholic doesn't have 1. That's what's been killing them. 10 second chance points, that's the difference in the game. If you wipe those off the board, Red Bank Catholic would be tied right now.
Yeah, that's Yeah, that one hurt. I mean, that was evidently clear that was a foul.
Yeah.
Landing, he got, I don't know. Maybe all refs should be inquired to wear glasses.
Yeah, with the play style of these two teams, for there to only be 9 fouls called in this game is a little crazy to me. But like I said, at least they've been consistent.
Burnham in the middle, hands it off to Sabino. Sabino taking it inside, nearly walked. Right back down to Burnham. That's been his bread and butter, down low. Nobody can stop him with the soft touch. Gets it done again.
And Burnham is giving Coach Alex Mirabel fits right now. He's brought out the 6'10 sophomore Will Higgs, who is in and out of the rotation depending on the matchup. He said, hey, throw the 6'10 guy out there. He'll stop Burnham. No, he can't.
Burnham is wrecking havoc in this game. They're going to have to fight for their lives after this one is done because Burnham is not to be played with down low. Rosa at the top of the key. Oh, has an open lane, just parted the Red Sea, but he's fouled.
He took a spill there at the end, too. Pops up, though, and we'll see if it affects these 2 free throws.
3:57 remaining in the third quarter, 38-29. St. Peter's Prep is all over this one. They pretty much have this game in control, but Red Bank Catholic looking to fight back, and they're looking to do that through Burnham.
And one thing St. Peter's has done in the second half to try and limit Burnham's, his offensive impact is on the pick and roll. They stay real connected to the guard. They're not going underneath screens. They're not letting you get an easy switch. They're going to try and fight over it. Sometimes they might get caught, but most of the time they're forcing the KC guards off the screen so he can't go shoulder to shoulder with Burnham, and it's basically negated the screen totally.
Burnham is fouled.
You've seen a lot more now. They're just trying to enter it into the post because the screen game hasn't been effective. And if you're Coach Schmelz, you got to tell your guys, the offensive player, you control, you dictate where you're going. The defensive player can't impede that. Get off Burnham's shoulder on the screen and force that switch.
Passing the ball nearly stolen right there from Maynard. Sabino tried to get into the corner. Ball saved out of bounds. Is going to stay right here with Red Bank Catholic.
They're trying to make way too many cross-court passes. It's not going to work against this St. Peter's team. They have great instincts, and they're quick defensively.
Exactly what was happening on the second game of the day with College Achieve. They were doing the same thing against Gil St. Bernard. to where they were just too smart and knew where the passes were going. They were reading them incredibly well, and you can see the same thing happening here tonight.
Skip passes are just rarely going to work against a team like St. Peter's.
Pryor bullying his way inside, gets it to fall for the and one opportunity, giving Red Bank some life.
And that's a Division I body right there, no question about it. It's 6'4", well built. He's got nice strong legs. That is the type of kid that will go to a place like Virginia, get in the weight room a little bit more, tick that velo up a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him playing in the major leagues in a couple of years. That's like the prototypical college pitcher recruit.
Yeah, and he's averaging 12 points a little over 12 points on the season, a little over 6 rebounds on the season, 3 assists. He had a triple-double against Middletown North on December 21st. He can literally do everything.
Yeah, as you check it out again here, using that nice frame, getting inside. He controlled that drive to the bucket, and that's what I'm trying to say. That is the same thing as when they're going off screens. Pryor went right to the bucket. The defender can't impede you or it's a foul. When you're getting the screens, Burnham comes up top. You have to rub shoulder to shoulder with him. You can't allow those St. Peter's guards even the slightest window to jump it. That's what they've been doing, and it's kind of negated that pick-and-roll game here in the second half.
Yeah, and I'm about to take you a couple of years back because just watching his game play and how smooth it is, it kind of reminds me of a former Red Hawk, goes by the name of Stephen Bremen. Yeah, their games are pretty similar. You can see it. They're patient. And look at the shot.
Stroke.
Yeah. Remember, Brandon
Steve had a great career.
A great career there at Montclair State University, but I remember Brandon Marazzo always called him the Klay Thompson of Montclair State. And you could definitely see that on his stroke right there, too. But a lot of similarities in their game, and he's not going to be playing basketball in college. But
no, he could if he wanted to.
Miller being guarded by Aspero, down low. Oh, my goodness, the strength from Santiago.
Yeah, they dodged the bullet there because Miller seeked out the matchup with Saxton. And how about Saxton? You see the brace on that leg. He had an ACL injury in April and has made it back this season. Very impressive recovery. It says a lot about, the leaps and bounds that surgery has taken over the years that he's able to get back out there. But he's a competitor. For him to be back out here, it says a lot. And only a junior, Coach Schmelz expects him to be a big part, especially next year, of what they're trying to do.
And he's playing tremendously well. Like that never happened. There's a lot of players who've had the torn ACL, torn MCL, all of that, and has never come back to play basketball ever again. So him doing it at this level and is only a junior is a sight to see. Steps into one, drills it with ease at the top of the key. Miller from beyond the arc.
It's a bad giveaway by the Caseys, and this zone press is really giving them fits.
The bounce pass in the corner, takes the three. Saxton missed everything. On the three, the bounce pass to Pena inside, taking it strong. Tries to clean it up, balls flying everywhere. Sabino by himself, nearly swatted. Great job right there from Sabino.
Oh, my God. Mason Santiago, objects in the mirror are closer than they appear.
Yeah. Heard the footsteps below, but he wasn't afraid.
Almost had a new addition to the highlight reel.
The bounce pass to Santiago, gathers and lays it up and in.
I love Mason Santiago's game. If you could buy stock in a player, I'd be taking out a nice deposit and putting it onto Mason Santiago. He's going to be a top-tier Division I recruit by the time he's a senior.
Inside, loses the ball. Miller with great defense.
Great
bringing the ball up the court. The corner, Santiago. Doesn't get it to fall. Maynard skies for the rebound and was hit from behind, but no foul call.
Like I said, you're going to have to commit a crime down there to get called for a foul in this one, the way that they have officiated it. And listen, St. Peter's Prep has thrived off of that. 24 points in the paint, 10 second chance points. and 7 offensive rebounds compared to, for Red Bank Catholic, 0 offensive rebounds, only 10 points in the paint, and 0 second chance points. And that's with Burnham out there, who has been pretty dominant down low on that little block. I believe he has all 10 of their points in the paint.
Yeah. Burnham has just been excellent down low for this team. Already played 20 minutes in this game and has just checked right back in. Going to look to help Red Bank chip right back at the lead here. But Rosa has it at the top of the key. It looks like St. Peter's Prep is going to look to slow things down as it's starting to dwindle down here in the third quarter. Miller looking to take it inside, moves away from Burnham. The 3 missed everything. The bodies are hitting the floor. It's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to stay right here.
And it looked to me like on that possession at least, Red Bank Catholic was in a zone, a real extended 2-3 zone, so maybe trying to switch things up here ahead of the fourth.
54 seconds remaining in the third quarter. The steal from Kavanaugh. He's at the 3 by himself. Yes, sir.
That's a gutsy take by the senior. If you're going to take it, you better make it a 2-on-1 break. But that's the type of play you need to get back into it in an 8-point game. Get a stop here and maybe a score. Iasper almost had exactly what they needed. But that was a reach. Good call.
Yeah, definitely a good call. Definitely a reach. But you just love the fight right now from Red Bank Catholic. Every time it looks like they're chipping right back into the game. St. Peter Prep just continues to capitalize. But, you know, they never let their heads get down. Right now, it's only a, I'm not good at math, so I'm hoping right now that this is an 8-point lead.
It is.
Yeah, there we go. There we go, 46-30. Still to this day, not good at math.
You can put the calculator away.
Yeah, still not good at math at all. We went to school for communications. I took my final class of mathematics in high school and never been back since. Miller is at the line, makes the free throw. A 9-point lead now. 37 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
And I might consider here, if I'm Red Bank Catholic, I know St. Peter's is going to try and make it difficult. I might consider trying to take the last shot here.
They're being met by a swarm of defenders from St. Peter's Prep.
Like I said, I'm sure St. Peter's wants the last shot of the quarter too, so they're not going to make it easy on you. But if you could find a way to drain these last 23 seconds, I mean, if you knock down a 3 ball, you can get it down to 6.
Yeah.
Even if you get it down to 7 headed to the fourth, it's still within, a puncher's chance.
Yeah, for Red Bank Catholic, it looks like Pryor has started to come alive for them. 10 points, 3 of 6 from the field, 2 of 5 from three-point range, and has 6 rebounds leading Red Bank Catholic. And on the other side, Rosa still leading the way with 13 points, but Santiago has made a name for himself, 12 points and 8 rebounds on the night.
Yeah, and the other thing that plays a bit into the Casey's favor here, I would say, St. Peter's Prep only shooting 9 of 14 from the free throw line. That's good for about 65%, which is about what you're going to get out of a high school team. If you get into the free throw game, you're not out of it.
Yeah. That's what keeping them here, staying alive. As ball goes out of bounds, it's going to stay right here.
They're so active in the passing lanes. They don't take a single play off, and even if he steals you a couple possessions or points a game, it's worth it.
Burnham down low, puts it. I mean, there's no answer for him.
Now, that's the one asterisk that I would put on it. Hold for the last shot unless you can get him that alone for a one-on-one on the block. It's too easy. You have to take it. And, again, good touch from the big fella.
Yeah, and you can see right there that Santiago was trying to give Maynard tips on how they should be defending it and how to try to steal the ball earlier on when he's backing down. Hopefully that'll work next time for him, but it didn't this time with 8 seconds remaining on the clock. Here is Miller taking it inside. My goodness, the step through froze Burnham.
That is a gorgeous move, a pretty Euro step. That's a high-level move and finish at the rim by Miller, and a big basket heading to the fourth. The difference between A 9-point game and a 7-point game might seem small, but it feels like such a big gap, especially the way they got the bucket right before the buzzer.
Yeah, right now, 49-40. It looks like all things are going up for St. Peter's Prep, but right now we're going to step away and
Thanks,
send
Jack
it over to
and
Matt.
John. Fellas, you know, we've been having some crazy, interesting stories that we learned about all season long. And, you know, people have seen Lions, they've seen Tigers, we've even seen Eagles, but people at home might be wondering, just what is a Casey, the mascot that represents Red Bank Catholic? Well, I got it here for you right now. It's to pay homage to the late, great Monsignor Joseph T. Casey, an ordained priest back in 1913, whose first assignment was at St. James Parish in Red Bank. And at the breakout of World War I, he enlisted in the Naval Chaplain Corps, an enlistment that lasted all the way through 2 World Wars. And I'll tell you, man, when he came back after the enlistment, he ended up taking his entire naval pension to help fund the team's jerseys and other equipment that they needed. How awesome. What a legend and a New Jersey folklore hero. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Maz. I feel like he blowed out my eardrums for the first couple of minutes. The volume was just so loud. And if you know Maz, that's who he is. He's just a loud guy, loud person. But Maz would be, yeah, you can't put Maz on daytime TV.
If there's anybody on the staff that's going to find a colorful story, it's Brandon Marazzo.
We love Maz. Burnham tried to get it down low. The final quarter here in the game as Red Bank looks to fight back. Right now leading the way is Burnham with 14 points, 2 assists, no rebounds. And Pryor with 10 points, 6 rebounds on the night.
I wonder if this is going to be a sign of things to come here in the fourth quarter. 2 quick fouls in 12 seconds. Is it going to get a little bit of a quicker whistle here in the fourth, which I think would play in the Red Bank Catholic's favor? Something interesting.
Something to definitely see and think about is bounce pass to Burnham. Burnham, he's looking for a clear path, and we already know what he's looking to do. Backing Taylor down, the soft touch. Oh, what a beauty.
I think you really have to consider just doubling him on the catch and forcing them to beat you from the outside. They have shot it well from 3-point range, though, 6 of 11, but not a terribly huge sample size. I think I'd force them to beat you from out there.
Pena.
Got it down to 7 here.
To Santiago again, drills the smooth jumper, and you said you'd buy his stock. You better start looking and buy right now.
Yeah, the price has already gone way up in this game alone. That's too easy, and you see the scoring at all 3 levels.
Oh, nearly dropped in right there from Kavanaugh. Oh, thrown right into the hands of Kavanaugh. Has the ball on the string, over to Pryor. Misses the 3. A rare wide open miss from Pryor. Kavanaugh takes it inside with the lefty lay and finishes.
Beautiful layup finish. And how about Pryor after the miss, following up, pokes it away, wins another possession for the Caseys. It's their first offensive rebound of the game, converting it into points. They're hanging around.
Hanging around here, 51-54, chipping right back at it. I won't say what the lead is because right now I can't tell. My math is not good. So, Jack, you take it away. You count that and you tell me.
It's a 7-point game.
There you go, a 7-point. Once I see numbers, I'm not good at all. But Rosa at the top of the key, hands it off. Right now trying to find the best move. Ball rotation, trying to get it down low to Taylor. Down low, trying to back down. Gets it right back out. Uses the screen. Miller called for the travel.
You have a window here. You have to take advantage of it for the Caseys. A basket this possession would go a long way. You could make it a 2-possession ball game. They haven't led since the first quarter. But all game long they've been around, and you keep a hungry dog in the fight, eventually they're going to bite you.
Using the screen, Kavanaugh sends it off into the corner. Picks it up, Sabino, top of the key. Kavanaugh nearly lost it, being guarded by Miller. Spins on him, driving behind the back to show the floater won't fall. Rebound by Miller. Seen the smile come across your face for that one. That was a beauty.
It was a nice
to
foot
see.
throw. Great defense, though, by Miller. Sticking with it. Didn't bite on any of those fakes. Almost a good finish.
Pena steps into the jumper, doesn't get it to fall. Taylor with the rebound, tosses it out. Rosa uses the screen. Over to Pena, takes the three, bullseye.
13 offensive rebounds. It just can't happen. They have as many offensive rebounds as you have defensive rebounds. It's not a winning formula. 15 second chance points. You play with fire, you're going to get burnt, and that's what happened right there. You had an opportunity to cut it down to 4 or 5, and instead now it's back up to 10.
Pena knocking down that three gives him 13 points on the night. Puts him right behind Rosa and Santiago, with Santiago leading the way with 14 points. And it looks like, we talk about it all the time, Red Bank Catholic. Pena with the three, as you just seen right there on the replay. Calm, cool, collected.
Yeah, I like that about Pena too. He is never too high, never too low. He is even-keeled, not going to celebrate until the job's finished. And that's the type of guy that you want leading the way for you.
And right now, if you're Coach Smeltz, what are you telling your team coming out of this timeout that they should be worried on, what they need to fix, what they need to look for offensively to get them going?
You're going to have to start to get a little bit more aggressive here with 4:48 to go. You're not going to be able to trade baskets here, especially because they haven't been world beaters from beyond the arc. Only 6 threes in this one, so you're going to have to steal a couple of possessions if you want to get back in it, forcing turnovers.
Burnham down low again, being guarded by Taylor, muscles his way inside, and is fouled. That honestly cannot be stopped.
No.
You can't stop it. There's no way. There's no amount of wingspan. You can't, I don't know. Like, you just can't stop it.
Well, you saw right there, I believe it was Jordan Taylor, tried to pull a chair, and that did not work. Good footwork from Burnham. The only other thing you could do is try and draw the offensive foul. But he seems like he's got a good handle on the position down there.
54-46, 4:24 remaining in the game. Pena at the top of the key, using the screen, pulls back. Santiago over to the corner, Maynard, his three, kaboom!
Wow. That's another one of those. If you're going to take it, you better make it shots, right? A quick possession, and if you miss that, you give Red Bank Catholic a chance to make up some ground quickly. But that one really stings. Back up to double digits now, under 4 minutes to play. It's starting to become hard to envision a comeback effort.
But look who they went right back to Burnham, down low. And right now, that's who they got to feed off of. And I like how everyone just knows they shy away from him as the steal right here. Let's get prepared for takeoff. A little baby takeoff.
Yeah, take the easy one there if you're Miller. No reason to risk it.
Ooh, great job right there from Sabino, taking it all the way. This team just won't give up with 3:40 run remaining in the game.
The next foul for St. Peter's would put Red Bank Catholic in the bonus. They're going to have to keep attacking the rim and go to the free throw line, score with the clock stop. They have to be efficient at the free throw stripe for that to work. But they're going to have to mount something here and defensively force some turnovers, some steals. But that's a tall ask because the St. Peter's prep guards are spectacular.
Yeah, they're spectacular. I don't know. They've just been wrecking havoc the whole game. And if you look, the perfect player to draw fouls for you is Burnham. Just keep on putting the ball in his hands, and he could do it. Been at the line 6 times, drilled 4, and the other is Pryor. And at the line 3 times, drilled 2 for you. So got to put the ball into their hands. Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5 players have scored in this game for Red Bank Catholic.
Yeah, it hasn't been a spread attack. You've seen a lot of Burnham, and rightfully so. Burnham and Pryor, ironically, the two Division I commits in other sports, the ones making a big impact today.
Pena over to Rosa. Rosa being guarded by Saxton. Loses him. Now Kavanaugh's on him. Looking to spin. Pena calls for the screen, goes away from it. Miller, the wide open three. Won't go. Rebound by Kavanaugh. He's coming down. Takes the three-pointer. Oh. Yeah, right there. You kind of think maybe you could have gotten something better, but he was already in stride. And the finish right there from Santiago. What a beauty. The crossover, the spin by Sabino. And it's going to be a jump ball.
Nice move by Sabino. Even better defense by Maynard to force the jump ball. I don't necessarily dislike the decision by Iaspero just because the situation in the game. A three there would have been huge. That miss, though, it might cement the fate here under 3 minutes to play.
Miller inside the perfect Euro step through. Plays it off the glass. He makes it look so easy.
Miller has made some really nice moves in this one, getting to the bucket.
Oh my goodness, the step back from Sabino, but missed everything. A powerful move. Just came up with air. 63-48. Pretty much in St. Peter's control as he parts the Red Sea and lays it up and in.
That is a pretty move by Rosa. He has a polished offensive bag.
Rosa with 15 on the night. The floater from Kavanaugh. He's fouled.
Yeah, this one's getting a little bit out of hand. The score is not necessarily going to reflect what the game actually was. They had a chance late to cut it down to 4 or 5 around halfway through the fourth quarter. But this is what St. Peter's does. They will wear you down, wear you down, wear you down. You know, body shots all game long and then throw that headshot late. And that's a knockout punch.
Yeah, you're knocked out right now. They're just throwing punches, continuing with 1:55 remaining in this one. Missed the free throw. Coming down is Pena being guarded by Pryor.
I've been impressed with Red Bank Catholic, though, and they've got some big games coming up in the county and the Shore Conference. And I feel pretty good about their chances in those games. They're a tough team. They compete for all 32 minutes. It'll be fun to see how they finish out this season. A nice experienced group, and they threw a good punch today, but St. Peter's, that guard play really won out.
Sabino to the corner, takes the three-pointer, doesn't get it to fall as Alec Montana comes up short. Elijah Collins bringing the ball up the court. Between the legs, being guarded by Sabino, trying to get past him, forced to kick it out into the corner. Right back to Collin. Collin coming down. Pryor inside, off the rim, doesn't get it to fall. They're going to look to take it in.
Yeah, even though this one's just about over, a couple really good games coming up here and a chance to finish out the day strong here at the Metro Classic. Pryor again from the corner. He has got a sweet stroke from outside.
Sweet stroke from outside, 13 points up on the night. Another three-pointer, his third of the night. It's been incredible, but just not enough to get over the hump here. It's 65-51. Definitely seen some, but there's been some positives as well for Red Bank Catholic.
No doubt.
What positives could you take away, some key takeaways for next time?
Like I mentioned, you were right there with a top 5 team in the state in St. Peter's in the fourth quarter. If a couple shots go down, it might be a different ball game, and I know you know, these coaches aren't in the moral victory business, but sometimes you have to be process-oriented and not results-based.
Yeah.
And from this one, you look at the fact that, you know, St. Peter's, all due respect, a more talented team, and you hung around, you gave yourself a shot, and I think that's all you could really ask for in this one.
Coach Alex Mirabel did say that for this team, it's a relentless pursuit. That's who they are. That's what they want to accomplish. The pursuit has to be relentless, and definitely showed that here tonight. As Colin passed the ball around. Right now, pretty much just looks like they're going to look to waste the time on the clock. But takes the shot right there, comes up with the clean rebound, lays it up and in. Higgs with the layup.
This gym's starting to fill in a little bit. You got on deck Our Savior Lutheran and Roselle Catholic, one of the top recruits in the country, Ian Jackson. He'll draw a crowd.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be amazing to see. I haven't got to see much of them play this season. But I'm here for it. I'm here for the whole night and excited for it.
And then you'll hop back on for the game after that, SoCal Academy and Phelps National. SoCal Academy coming cross country for this one.
Yeah. And then the next game after that as well will be on. Yeah, so. And that's going to be all for this one, 67-51. A great game from both teams, but, I mean, St. Peter's Prep really just did it all.
Yeah, no doubt. That guard play is at an elite level, and I was also very impressed with Mason Santiago. I said it time and time again. By the time he's played his final game at St. Peter's Prep, I think he'll be committed to a Power 5 Division I school. He's got that prototypical body that you would want in a guard-forward hybrid. He could score it at all three levels. And, you know, on the other side for Red Bank Catholic, Burnham was a beast in this one. And, you know, that's what kept him in it.
And right now we're going to look to take a look at some highlights of the game. Their dominant game inside.
Yeah, Burnham, we said it, Division I recruit for Red Bank Catholic. Miller there with a nice lay-in. And interestingly enough, even with that big man inside, St. Peter's Prep really dominated in the paint.
Just look at that, Miller off the glass right there, and Rosa just not afraid to take it inside and in. It's been a problem this whole game. It's been tremendous to see so far, but that's going to be all from right here, the broadcast booth. We're getting ready to send it over for the post-game show to Vincent and Luke. We'll see you guys here soon.
Welcome back here to the post-game show of Game 4. Garden State Hoops, powered by All Abilities Live. Luke Sirianni, Vincent Pacone. Game 4 has officially concluded. St. Peter's Prep get the win, 67-51 over Red Bank Catholic. And, man, that coach motto from Coach Maribel totally worked out tonight.
Yeah, I mean, St. Peter's just brought their A game. They did exactly what they said they wanted to do. They were hungry. They were aggressive. They did it perfectly. They executed 3 players in double-digit scoring, exactly what you want to see. We've been seeing a lack of double-digit scoring so far today, and they brought the heat. They knew they wanted to win. They knew how to do it, and it worked out perfectly for them.
18 wins on the year for St. Peter's, only 1 loss. Not too bad of a record. Mason Santiago at 16, Pena 13, Richie Rosa 15. Those are the leaders for St. Peter's Prep. Red Bank Catholic will go down to 13-7, and they had a good player today who did pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, they had a couple good players that they had today. I was really looking at Tyler Burnham, the big man down low. I know we'll have a little bit of an interview on NJ Hoop Recruit with Brandon Morazzo later, and Tyler Burnham, the D1 commit to UDEL for football. You got to give it to him. I mean, he played his heart out down low. He was a beast, and he was a mismatch for anyone on St. Peter's. And, you know, we were talking to one of the announcers, Brandon Morazzo, and he thinks that Tyler Burnham would have been a mismatch for anyone tonight. Just not anyone on St. Peter's, anyone tonight. That includes Cooper Flagg. And honestly, I mean, it's a little bit of a debate, but you can't not take it as a guess.
Yeah, and Coach Maribel told us prior to today, the whole goal is to win the state championship. He calls it the relentless pursuit. I could totally see it. They got the roster. They have the talent for it.
They're a fun team to watch. Nico Pena is the highlight of this team, averaging a little over 19 points per game. But Mason Santiago, Richie Rosa Jr., these are players that can do exactly what Nico Pena can do. And I think it complements his game and it works well with him.
Don't go anywhere. We're only halfway through today. Game number 4 has concluded. Game 5 on deck. We'll be here to preview it in a bit. Keep staying tuned to allabilitieslive.com. We got a lot of basketball left.